Hey guys, Xewleer the Mercenary King, here with Xewleer the Mercenary King, I guess now. Here with, well, just a relaxing video. I hope that Ash here gives me a solid, relaxing beat to follow.
If I ran away from all I see, would I be fine with everything? No matter how much I really want to stay, holding on, holding on.
As, you listen to my crooning voice and I be less crazy, less out and out, inflammatory, and more relaxing. You're relaxing with the king. The king is going to lull you to sleep. And then enjoy lazy majesty. Anyway, not lazy majesty. Prima nocta. Which wasn't actually a thing. It wasn't a thing. Like people say it was a thing, it wasn't a thing. Nobody actually did it. And when people actually did it, people got pissed and started killing their nobles. Anyway. So we're just going to go over things, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with a full Chouchou deck. I don't have a Chouchou deck. I don't really intend to have a Chouchou deck. I still like Lena. But sadly, even her mighty skills are starting to go. And some things do need to just pass away and go into a nice little hole-in-the-wall bar where old Aquaforce characters, hang out and listen to the songs of their youth crooned by a nice little fish who's pretty cool, but her time's passed a long time ago, and her voice isn't as high-pitched and more contralto than it used to be. Anyway, so let's talk about the deck. Whenever I start off with the deck, I usually have a grade 3 in mind, and what I want to do. And my goal is to create the most generic Chouchou deck possible. This is not some specially thought out Chouchou deck, all kind of balanced out and, crazy cool. This is just a generic Chouchou deck. I'll make it Xewleer special later. Just you wait and see. I always started out with a certain grade 3 in mind, like I did with my Drawpalooza deck in Lena, so I'm doing it with Chouchou debut stage and Turua. Her skill on stride is just fantastic. The fact that you let it draw a card from the top of the deck, that's if it's Chouchou, you get to choose a regard, put it at the bottom of the deck, and you get to draw 2 cards. It's really good for fixing bad hands. It's really good for just sort of letting things go, letting things move forward as you might imagine them. The fact that it also lets you stride for free if you have 1 or less regards is also great. It makes Angie that much more impressive. So first off, what we'll do is we'll just lay these aside. Let's look around. Let's look around at what our main resource is, and that's the 2 trial decks. I have literally every Bermuda card in front of me or in arm's reach somewhere. We'll work it out together. I'm going to keep these away for now, but I do like these cards. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, I'm going to pay the cost of you draw a card. However, I don't think these are anything other than gimmicky. Because they don't really do anything on the Vanguard, I don't like them. She's out. I like her art, but I can't really run 10Ks anymore. I like her, and I'm going to run her. Just because I like her art. But also because it's cannibalized one seen in the bottom of the deck. When another regard is put to the bottom of the deck, pay the cost if you draw a card. Choose a Chouchou, call it to regard plus 3K. I like it because there's going to be a lot of combos going on. And I want combos. Ooh, I'm also going to run 4 draw. Remember guys, generic Chouchou. Well, let's see about grade 2s. Other grade 2s. Choose one of your regular Chouchou, put it at the bottom of the deck. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, pay the cost if you draw a card. And plus 2K. I don't really know if I want to do this quite yet. I do want to run 4 of her, because she's the Abyssal Owl of this deck. I do want to run 2 of her. And I don't want to run her as a starter. I don't like this crit trigger. I don't like this stand trigger. Well, she is adorable in like a card game sort of playing kind of way. I don't like this heal trigger. And I'm not taking a non-shiny draw trigger if I can avoid it. I'm not going to run more than 2 of her though. And this, she just can't be used. And there's another one that's better, even though it's not Chouchou. But it does basically the same thing. Where's my draw triggers? So the reason why I want draw triggers is because they go into the soul. That's it. And give out +3 case. But that's it. Yeah, the reason why I just like it is because she's Abyssal. Soul Blast won't put the bottom of the deck. Then again, of your turn, if you're a Vanguard, you may countercharge. So, that's what we have so far. Like you might say, Ben, this deck's trash. Probably. I haven't played it. I'm just going through it and in a stream of consciousness describing what I do. Vanguard deck creation is both a challenge puzzle and a meditative action for me. I do it because I can, not because something forces me to. And you might say, well, that's just everything. Well, you see, free will is still a thing. And because free will is a thing, well, changes stuff, doesn't it? Where are you? There you are. I'm going to run her because I think she's more into the Chouchou stuff. I do like her, but she's not Chouchou. It's all about the Chouchou, baby. I'm going to run 4 of her. I almost want to run 4 of her, but I really do need to run 4 of her more. You might say, Ben, why not the Chouchou on that one? I just really hate the art. It causes me displeasure. 4 of her. 4 of her again. Do I want to run her? Yeah, I kind of do. Because I want to run 8 crit. I don't want to run stand triggers in this build, just because there's so many different things restanding and attacking and flipping themselves out that it could hurt the deck for me to play them. Besides that, Anji is the ultimate goal, and she does not work with stand triggers. Not very well, anyway. I'm going to run 1 of her. She's probably going to screw me over, but this is a deck for fun, and I like seeing her. Huh. Just 1. I might, at a later date, look through the various crit triggers and see what I like. In fact, I'll do that now, just to show you guys what I do. Here's some crit triggers from duos. There's these, and it's not too bad. This is from all the way from EB6. Yeah. Ah, she's funny. She's from the first one. I think I might... nah. These are stand triggers and draw triggers, because that's how I organize stuff. I could run this, but I'm not really feeling running the full combo. There is a way to run the full combo, but they don't actually do anything because they have to be on rearguard, and that assumes that you're not playing rearguard for this stuff. I suppose that if you're running other skills, or if I had access to more cards, or if I wanted to tear apart my Prism deck and my old Lena deck and all the other ones, I'm sure I could do something different with it. But honestly, I like the arts. Her especially. But for utility, I do need at least 3 of these. I don't need too many, though. I like her art, so she goes in. She's also a Chouchou. We'll put those aside. Those are our triggers. Here's our starter. I'm starting to like this deck. It looks pretty good. It's got a lot of energy to it. And it's got a lot of potential to work with, essentially, the Luard clone for Bermudas. That's what we're playing. We're playing the Luard clone. Oh boy. let's take a look-see. Not running any of her. I'm going to run 2 of her. I think I'll run 14 grade 1s, including Tinos. Yeah, and I should probably get out the Tinos. Yeah, I'm not going to run any of them. I don't need it. And besides that, too many counterblasts. I've decided I don't really want to go with Melviz, just because I feel that Melviz doesn't really do anything too much without running the full thing, and that would clutter it up, what I'm trying to do, which is just generic. Should I run Subaru? Slow Temple? Let's open this up real quick. Oh my goodness. I almost forgot. Chow Chow Sarah. Sorry about that. Toge Toge beat Artie. We're replacing you with 4 of her. I'm sure you guys were shouting at the monitor for it. Ben, remember this. Now just remember, I do Bermuda for fun and not profit. Even though I do like to create strong decks. Huh. I've decided that there's... how do I want to do this? I think that because of the counterblasts in this deck, I think that this will do me a lot better than where are they? Where are they? There it is. Sorry, I was putting things back. I think this will do a lot. Kukri will do a lot better for me than Tino, just because I aim to use a lot of counterblast in these skills. For her, for Turi, and others. However, I can always change it out for Tino's later. Well, hold on. This one flips damage. Actually, I think I will go with Tino. Keep forgetting I'm running 4 of her, and her skill doesn't go off all the time. It's a generic looking deck indeed. I have room, because this is 8, 12, for 2 more grade 1s. I'm going to pull out some Chow Chow Blanches while I'm in here, because we're running 4 for 2. What do you guys think? I think I'll go off the reservation. Add a little spice. Even though I am going for a generic Chow Chow build. I think finding something interesting will do a lot for me. All the way from set 2, boys. With the thighs. Yarmuk? Well, you see, he doesn't really return to hand. This is Duo. Harmony. Should I play Murtoa? Once you play some Vanguard Rigard, each player may draw a card. That's actually not a bad choice, because it lets you draw cards and draw further into your Chow Chow stuff, while at the same time maintaining it. It's also a decent target for things that don't require too many Chow Chows. How many things require Chow Chow? Other Rigard with Chow Chow? Vanguard with Chow Chow has to target a Chow Chow. Reveal up to 1 target. Chow Chow. Chow Chow. Chow Chow. Chow 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 Chow. Is there anything I really want to play in here that would work? Specifically work. Only work. So stuff like this. And it requires duos. I'm going to run 2 of her. And specifically for her guarding skill. And that is, when this unit is placed on G, choose 1 card from your hand and you may call it to an open R. In which case, this gets plus 5k. Guard. So I'm thinking it will combo up with Leona and Platy, of which I run 4. I'm not using SPs because they're too precious. I'm also going to run 1 Leona, but I don't have them somewhere on me. Huh. While I'm here, I should grab them out. Okay, I'm gonna put these away. Now, you might ask, what does this skill? What does it do? Oh, I already said it. It's a G-break, but all of Chow Chow is G-break anyway. And I think that I can get some use out of her. She's going to be in the play testing for sure. And I think I'm going to add her to another deck that I have. Just because it'll help things get into harmony, as well as combo things up more. She's really just a good hidden card, Platy. I've got all the grade 1s I want, which is a bunch of techs, 4 of the Abyssal Owl clone, and 4 Tinos. Let's put this aside for now. And I need to find my Leonas real quick. There she is. I'm not going to run any of the standees. I don't feel like I want to. Just don't feel like it. Huh. Force 4 of her, but we'll leave that alone for now. Alright, so I'm going to put the grade 1s away. Let's work on the grade 2s. So I've already got 8 of my grade 2s chosen out. So I want 3 more grade 2s so that I can have 11 grade 2s. I just do want to focus on this. I do want to focus on Chow Chow. Hup. Let's find Chow Chows. Chow Chow Suguri. Cannabis 1. Choose another Chow. If it hits, put it on bottom, draw a card. When you're the rear edge, choose one of the units plus 4k. I don't know if I like her. You know what I think I'll do? Because I am going to have some fun with this deck, I'm going to add 3 of her. The also benefit is that she's early rush. Let's just see if there's any Chow Chow I want to play though. Nope. That's not Chow Chow. Not Chow Chow. This is Chow Chow, but I'm not running the skills. Yeah, the only Chow Chow there is Suguri. And I don't... She's... The problem is that... No? I see how to use her. She can do her skill. Whoops. She does her skill during early game. So she does help me rush. I think I'll save her for one of my more generic decks. Even though I do want to put a little bit more defense in this, I do think having her early on will do wonders for me. I just have to be careful not to get rid of my starter. The card draw is nice, especially early game. Because what you can do is you can boost with her and put her back into the deck. That's conserving triggers in the deck, as you are going to be drawing just ass loads of cards. So, might as well do it. Alright, so that was pretty simple for the grade 2s, because I already had an idea to use her and her in tandem, and I'll describe that when I do the deck profile. So now we have 4 Taruas, and we need to figure out what to work with her. And the choices are pretty simple. Moritz, Melviz, Dual Oculus Lumicia, and traditional fighter Q9, along with whatever was in here in the trial decks. So my answer is actually 2 of her and 2 of her. Now, I am actually having some issues with this in my thought processes, not because she isn't a Chouchou, but rather because of the soul. She burns soul. Who else burns soul? She burns soul. Her. Yeah. This goes in the soul, thankfully, and these go in the soul. Sadly, I might have to give her up, but I'm having her in there because I want to. So because I realized that my soul is a little bit too overused for this, I'm going to put her back. I'm going to use her again. She's going to be used. She's going to be used in some other decks I might show you later, but not right now, and not today. I think it's going to go pretty well for her with some of the stuff I have in mind. So instead, I'm going to run 4 Moritz and 4 Taruas. So because I'm a wealthy bastard, I'm going to run these. Just because Platies, Platy combined with Pumo, I think can create some decent combos along with some excellent guard. Just because she can flip, you can put down a Chouchou with Pumo, and then have it activate skills if it has skills to activate. Then play a Platy or some other combination of cards to send it back to the deck. She also uses Soul. In fact, with that revelation, I don't want to not play her, but I really can't afford not to rerunning full Soul Charge. In fact, I'm gonna do it one bigger. I'm gonna get some fundies. I know I got some fundies in here. You can't hide from me. Boop. Do I want that one? Yes, because glasses are superior to non-glasses. Contacts. It's things like this that make women hard to trust. Contacts. Or maybe she just never had it in the first place. And I'm actually going to remove two Putolina so that I can retain 4 Sarahs and 6 cards that go into the soul and give something plus 3k. Sorry, Putolina. I do like you, though. It is the good art. Of course, I run her. I described her skill in the set overview earlier. Not much else to say about her, though. I do want to run... Where is it? Just so you know, the reason why I'm not running her is because it's super generic. Just super generic. I am going to run one of her. You should always run a card for the sake of, in case things go wrong, break glass. And that's all she is. What are these things? Oh, a grade 3. And a grade 2. Come on. Whatever. Let's keep her away. I just happen to have her in case I need her. One of her, one Seabreeze, one GB8, two for sure, probably a 4. So these are from like my personal stock, just so you know. 4 G guards, 8, her, and then let me look at my Lorises. One Loris, who doesn't require anyone to work but herself, and flipping over other people, which of course targets one of these two if I don't use them. So let's just go over the deck. Like, just so you know, it might have seemed like my choices were pretty much made for me, and they were. Chow Chow's relatively fresh. Oh shit, I almost forgot my Angies. Holy balls. 2 Angies. Really what I could do is 4 of her, 4 Olivia, 4 Angies. But I don't think that's really fun. Also there's the fact that I don't think Olivia works as well just because of how all the flipping goes. Actually I think it's Loris is the odd duck. In fact, I'm not even gonna run a Seabreeze. Hup, hup. Yeah, I think that works. Because here's the thing about Bermuda. Even though a lot of Chow Chow is G-break, a lot of it, like, you just slap down some Sugaries and start punishing them for their insolence. There's also the fact that... yeah, that's it. You just start punishing them for their insolence of not running Sugaries. Of not going to grade 3. Also, this doesn't require G-break. Neither does this, actually. So, just be careful with it. Sugary doesn't. Well, the rest do. So we'll leave that alone. GB8 is obvious. This I described. 2 Angies. 4 Olivias. 4 Laprias. 3 Platties and 1 Leona. So let's go over the deck real quick. Chow Chow, because it doesn't really have a lot of wiggle room, has to be mostly Chow Chow, like 90% Chow Chow, otherwise it doesn't work. Starter, Hula La. She goes into the soul. When another reguard is put into the deck, you basically pull out a full column. That's basically it. These guys go into the soul and give out plus 3Ks. Chow Chow Sarah. More attacks. Helena, she's there to get cute. So she's there on your defensive place. Pumo. 6 crit, of course, for heal. Basically, choose a card from your hand, call it to an open reguard circle, plus 5k. And this is to let Platy and other G-Guards work, as well as potentially free up combos for later. Chow Chow Mari. Choose one of the other reguards of Chow Chow, put it at the bottom of the deck. Into battle. By the way, if you have just these two and another card, I think you can do a lot of work. Choose one of early game, like at G-Break 1 stage. Put it at the bottom of the deck, into battle this unit boosted. A Vanguard with Chow Chow. Pay the cost if you do draw a card. Choose one card to hand. Call it to rearguard. When this unit is placed on rearguard, Chow Chow Prairie. If you have a Vanguard with Chow Chow, pay the cost if you choose one Chow Chow from your hand. Call it to rearguard and same column as this unit. So basically, this, and this, and you refresh your entire board state. That's why I don't run stands. Except for the Vanguard. Duh. Abyssal Owl. You play it. And, oh, this is interesting. If you're a Vanguard with Turia, you can put it at the bottom of the deck, which does activate this skill, even if, you know, it's kind of shitty. And you can't do it because it's at the end of the turn. Tino, because Chow Chow. Also, because I would like to return it to hand during my turn and when I'm not at G-Break. Chouchou, punish those who would not let you stride. Punish them harshly. But basically, it lets you draw cards early. Even though you do put stuff at the bottom, if you do the right stuff like triggers that you don't need anymore, it really does a lot of work. Chouchou Blanche, Soul Blast. Choose one, put them on the deck, place on rearguard. You may look at 4 cards from the top of the deck, reveal 1 Chouchou that is not named Chouchou Blanche. Put it into your hand, shuffle deck. If you put a card into your hand, plus 2K. Which means that you can combo her up, and even if you don't have the cards to do it, you can risk it with Chouchou Blanche. Chouchou Ayana. Put this unit in the bottom of the deck. When another rearguard with Chouchou is put in the bottom of the deck, pay the cost. So when you draw a card, choose 1 card with Chouchou from your hand, call it to rearguard, and it gets plus 3K. So in other words, you can do a Blanche. That's the synergy. Tarua, you know what it does. All these draw that you'll be getting, since you are running a lot of Chouchou, and during the stride, it's pretty nice. I won't actually use the top one too much, unless I really need the card or I just want the draw. Because I don't want to put too many cards in the rearguards in the bottom of the deck. But I do want to do it. The thing is that you do have to. Technically, you do have to do it. Like, you could actually run Turia in any Vanguard deck. It's like Leward. For Bermudas, and it would do just about the same things. And and I think that if you play a deck without Chouchou, you can actually keep the card draw in hand, which can do a lot for you, as well as the striding if you play a deck that doesn't have too many out in there. However, it seemed like the Bermuda decks out there seem to focus on having 2 or 3 cards remaining on the field, or more in the case of Prisms and Olivia focus decks. So I'm not too sure. Not too sure how well she'd work for the free strides, except in Chouchou. But I'm saying it's a thing that could happen. I think it's a thing that you could do with it quite well. And of course I'm running a bunch of her. The second thing I like about her is that she is, besides her ability, which is okay, it's nice. Especially since you summon a grade 2, like Blanche or Suguri, and then you get to summon something else behind it, like say her. Look for a Turia, Tarua. Yeah, I like this pretty good. Let's look at the strides real quick, because what she does is, I already talked about this. Like, the problem is that I just did the thing where I explained all the cards, and that was a really bad idea. So now I'm expecting everyone to work at it. If you do choose up to 1 grade 2, put something bottom from your hand, call to rearguard, plus 4K. Interestingly, it does not say open rearguard. Just saying. I like Blanche. Not too much though. I don't like her art, that's the problem. I like her look, but not the art, if that makes sense. And so with Platy, the draw is nice, and the sending cards back to the bottom of the deck is nice, especially on your opponent's turn, which saves them from being retired and other such nasty things. Chouchou Headliner Lapria, I like the multiple attacks. I like the refreshing of the field, which I already proved to you I can do from the rearguards alone. Having to be able to do it all the time is just fantastic, especially when you combo it upright. And you can combo it upright. In fact, the reason why Tarua and Chouchou sends cards to the bottom of the deck so much is to prevent you abusing literally so many loops. Like, there are a ridiculous amount of potential loops in this deck that just can't be done because the rear guards go into the bottom of the deck. You put this at the bottom of the deck, you know, blah, blah, blah. You summon something out from your hand. That's Chouchou. And you get to draw a card. And then you do something else out that lets you draw a card, and then you put down a Suguri, and then you put down, like, some sort of grade 1, like, her, and you put down columns, and then all of a sudden, like, 2 instances in with, like, a Blanche, you got her back. And then you can do it again. In fact, I might sleeve this and play this tomorrow, because it's for Thursday night. And, you know, it's honestly sounding like a lot of fun. Like, I think, like, I know I sort of did this half-assedly just because I wanted to relax and talk about my, how I do things. But just the combos I'm starting to see pop up into my head, and not because I'm going to claim to be, like, the best card player ever, or Bermuda player. I consider myself a fair to excellent deck builder, though. I'm just going to have some fun with all this stuff. And see what I can do. I don't know about her. I might switch her out for a Seabreeze. But actually, no, the Seabreeze would be bad, because it would use up too many counterblasts without potential for refreshing them, without hurting myself with Soul. Like, even if I don't end up paying counterblast because of the Abyssal Owl combo, I will end up using Soul. So yeah, if you wanna beat this deck, I guess just don't let me stride. But again, I run Suguris, which isn't very impressive, I guess. I don't know. I like Tino's. Tino's is great. All right, guys, that's how I go over deck building. I go at it with an idea, and I am usually this quick in IRL. I start off with an idea. Torua with the Chouchou deck. My winning image is to get as many Chouchou abilities off as possible. That's it. Like, it's not even multiple attacks, it's just Chouchou abilities. I set up every card in here so that it pays for or helps my Chouchou skills. Except for, like, a couple of things that obviously aren't Chouchou, just because I like them. I do like her art, though. Even her works with this deck because it puts things down during your opponent's turn, which could be overpowerful with the use of certain G-Guards. I also like Vanguard boosters. There's going to be a lot of card draw, and I'm going to bet I'm going to deck myself out rather than die. Yeah, I'm having fun with this idea. I like it more and more every time I do it. And we'll see how good it is, how bad it is. This is the generic deck. I have the resources to pull off the generic deck, so we'll make it work. Alright then. That's been Wheel of the Mercenary King. Like, comment, and subscribe. I make a lot of jokes all the time because it's part of my persona. But I do want you guys to know I do appreciate you, my fans, and all that jazz. Kind of helps me, you know, keep going on this, just because it's like, oh, somebody did like it, and they weren't just, you know, being dicks about it or something. I don't know. I think people take this game too seriously, and I think they take the game not seriously enough in all the wrong ways. Like drama, like it's. I'm not going to claim I make logical actions all the time, but at the very least, the things I do don't require the level of drama that they attach. Like I'm free to do it. And I don't even profit off of it too much. And then they bring up proof against me, like, as if I'm a terrible person, and like other people around me are evil because of me. And it's like, look, you just hang up on me because you think I'm a weak link. I'm not going anywhere. I can't be removed. It's a good feeling when you got that. So, you know, huff and puff. This is a house made of bricks. It's St. Louis. Everything's made of fucking bricks. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I'll lay this out for you one last time real quick. Just so that you have a good image of it in your mind as well. Secret Smile Pumo. And I'm not even using the expensive cards. Like, the expensive cards are Anji, and kind of that's, and Tinos maybe, depending on how expensive Tinos get. Let me make sure it's a good image. Just leave it here for a few seconds. Alright, then I'm gonna remove these real quick. Olivia's still too good a card not to use. I'm really surprised on how well she stood up. I'm just going to take 2 of these. Now, I just consider this the generic Chow Chow deck. That's all it is. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. Just generic. As you can see, I've got 16 G-Zone. I think it'll work out pretty well. We'll see how well it goes. Alright guys, it looks like I might have been recording vertically from this perspective. I really hope I haven't. And if I have this entire time, I'm sorry. I thought I was recording to the side. This camera's a little bit funky. But oh well. Have a great night, guys. I appreciate you.
They call themselves Imagine Your Goddess. What a bunch of a-holes.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I'm hooked on a feeling.
Whoa guys, did you know that Imagine Your Goddess has its own web store? Check out all the neat merchandise, wall scrolls, playmats.
Don't forget about the acrylics and the other goodies.
Oh, Helen!
Yeah, I'm here.
Get them in-store at the Stand-Up series, or check us out online at our website, shopibuyg.com. We're always adding new stuff.
Imagine your goddess.